Alright, so we've done that, and now what we want to do is we want to include our IR compensation. So from step 11, we've left the piece of equipment on, we haven't touched it. It's still sitting at about 900 RPM, at 1 Newton meter of torque, at about 180 volts. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up the IR compensation settings. So to do that, first things we need to do is we need to set the current feedback potentiometer to obtain the motor speed indicated in step 10, which is 900 RPM. So I've found the potentiometer, I'm now going to increase that until I reach 900 RPM. Cool, so you can see that's pretty close. We're at 901 RPM. I'm happy with that for this exercise. The next thing we need to do is we need to set the dynameter control knob at its fully counterclockwise position for minimum loading. So to do that, I'm just going to set the brake back to minimum. Cool. So now if you look at your instructions, you'll see that the next bit has been deleted. This has been deleted as it will result in the current feedback being reduced to a minimum, which means that the experiment is no longer running with IR compensation, therefore it's invalid. So I'm going to skip over that section and I'm going to go to the last line, and that says once the current feedback level is correctly set, adjust the voltage reference potentiometer to obtain the RPM measured in step 10, which again is that 900 RPM. I'm going to decrease it slightly. Cool. So now that's completed, we've completed setting up the IR compensation, and we're going to move on to the next graph where we're going to be looking at what we did without the IR compensation, but we're going to see it with IR compensation by increasing the brake by 0.1 Newton meters up until 1 Newton meter. So I'm just going to go ahead now, I'm going to start increasing this. You'll notice at the moment our torque is fluctuating a lot, and that's because the motor is currently hunting. It's going to be quite tricky to reach the 0.1, but once there is some load put underneath on the motor, and the direct speed controller takes over a little bit more, it'll get it a bit easier. Alright, cool. So now we've got all that data for that. We can start to look at what's happened, we can make some comparisons between our previous exercise, and then we'll move on to the next step.